Hi ladies, hi everyone. Just a quick backdrop here from my home in Bali. I was really inspired to share something with you guys, and I have construction going on next door, and I've got children in the background, so mind me. But I had a coaching session. I just came out of a coaching session with one of my clients. And something came up, and it's been a theme that's been repeating this week. And I really wanted to share about the approach, the normal approach to dieting, and why it's not working for so many women. So, if you're joining, please say hello. Let me know you're here. Just say hi, or let me know where you're from, what city you're watching from. I'd love to hear from you, and I'd love to hear what you think about the topic as well. So, weight loss, right? Or any type of health approach towards our bodies, and why it's not working. Many people, many women, when they realize they need to lose weight for whatever reason, maybe you're carrying too much weight and you're having a lot of pain in your body, maybe you just can't fit into your clothes, maybe you don't feel attractive and you don't want to go out and date, maybe you're not feeling like you want to be intimate with your partner because you're not feeling good about your body, whatever the reason is. Or maybe you're just having bad skin, or you're having hormonal problems, and you know that something is holding you back, and it probably has to do with your weight. So when women realize that, they almost want to take that as an approach that I need to fix something here. I need to do something about this now. And usually this doing looks very much of a masculine approach to doing something about your body or with your body. Usually it looks like, okay, well, I'm going to go on a diet, I'm going to reduce my calories, and I need to exercise more. That's just a very, normal mainstream approach when it comes to that. And I want you to understand, I want you to think of it this way. It is a very masculine approach to dieting, to life, to your body. And the reason why it's no longer working, or it's probably not working for you, is because you're trying to do something on the external rather than doing the work on the inside, on the internal work. So what do I mean by that? So everything and everyone is it needs to be a balance, or we are a balance of masculine and feminine. We need to have both qualities, masculine and feminine, yin and yang, right? So we are whole and complete, and we are a balance of masculine and feminine. And so when we have too much masculine, then there's not enough space for the feminine. And masculine qualities include direction, being, very, very direct, doing things, getting things done, assertiveness, things that we sort of need on a day-to-day basis to get through life, to get things done, to perform in our jobs, and we're very much conditioned to do and be this way. And feminine qualities include things like being more in the flow and being more, creation and inspiration, and just kind of floating and letting things happen and allowing things to sort of surface or be a certain way, as opposed to having to do and make things happen. So we need both. If you're only airy-fairy and just allow things and just wait for things to happen and just always with the flow, then probably not a whole lot is going to get done in your life. But if you're always in that masculine role of having to do something and have to get things done, and unless you actually, do it and put a lot of force into it, then it's not going to happen, then you're too much in the masculine role. And that's also not going to allow for creativity, for inspiration, for relaxation, for pleasure, for all the things that we need, self-love. So we need to have a balance of both. And what I find and what I see with most women, I'm working with women, so I'm talking predominantly about women, is that we're very much emasculated in a way that we're very much adapted to a masculine role that society in our jobs and life demands from us, to be a certain way and to just get things done and just do things with force or with direction, and with, most of the time, let's be honest, force and making it happen. And so the problem with this is that we apply the same, or we try to apply the same type of strategy towards our bodies when we're trying to lose weight, or when we realize that we want to lose weight. And the problem with this is that it's not working for a lot of women. And I've been seeing this pattern over and over again for the past probably 10 clients I've been working with, the last 10 women that I've been working with, that, you know, they're very A-type women. They're very successful in their career. They either have their own businesses, or they're very high up in their role with a company. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's beautiful. It's admirable. It's great that they do that. But they lost touch with their feminine essence. And when we lose touch with our feminine essence, we're compromising a part of our being that is also essential. And it's 50% of what we should be, right? So we should be a 50% masculine and feminine. And I understand that sometimes we need to rely on our masculine to get things done and perform and do our job, or build a house, or save enough money to do something for your family, or whatever it is. But also we need the other part of us just as much to be able to experience pleasure, to have enough self-love, to be able to love the people around us more, and to be able to live life with a sense of ease and flow. Because if you're constantly trying to do something and you're not actually ever being, then you're not being a human being. You're being a human doing, and it's not a way to live our lives. It's not a way to be, and it's not an approach that's always going to work for you in every situation. So I'll go back to that. So I was talking to a friend the other day, and she's put on about 5 kilos after going through a huge divorce. Very, very sad part of or time in her life. She's, you know, gone through several relationships, none of which worked out. She's kind of trying to find the purpose of her life again, all over again. But she's really struggling because, hey Zoe, good to see you. Say hello if you guys are joining. Just say hello, and I'd love to hear, you know, where in the world you're watching from. So this girlfriend of mine is going through obviously a really difficult time, and she's put on some extra weight, and she realized she's using food as a way of coping with the situation that she's going through. And she said, Nick, I know that I just need to lose these 5 kilos. Like, once I lose it, I know I can maintain it. I just need to lose it, and I need to do whatever it takes. And I was like, hey, just come see me in Bali. Let's hang out. Let's have a good time. And, you know, let's eat some delicious food and work out and do the things that we do. And I'm sure your headspace will be, you know, fine. We can talk about it. And she's like, no, I don't want to come to Bali because I know I'm just going to end up eating so much. And I'm going to be like, I'm not going to have any self-control. And I need control right now. I need to just check myself into a retreat that was going to make me eat no more than 1,000 calories a day and exercise every day. And I can't have any wine, and I can't have anything else but what they have on the menu. And I need to lose these 5 kilos. And I went, okay, so you've been trying to do this for months now, right? Like for over 3 months, 6 months, however long. How have this restricting or trying to restrict yourself worked out for you so far? She's like, oh, it hasn't. Well, okay. Well, how about this? It's not working because you're trying too hard with this very masculine approach. And this masculine is exactly what you're trying to get away from, and tapping more into your feminine so that you can have more ease and flow in your life, and you can have more pleasure, you can have more fun, you can enjoy life more. But you're applying this masculine approach to losing weight as opposed to looking inward, seeing what you actually need and why you're using food as a way of coping, and loving yourself and giving yourself the love and the kindness and the self-love that you actually right now need. Because this is the time when you need to go inward and you need to nurture yourself, you nurture your body, as opposed to trying to diet and trying to force your body into submission. And she started crying because she knew I was right. But it's a lot harder to recognize that you need to do the work on yourself and you need to go inward to do that work versus, oh, I'm just going to go on a diet and I'm going to try to fix this with external forces. That's what we are conditioned to do. That's what society tells us, that we, if you need a solution to something, we look on the outside and look for a solution and try to get this done. But that's actually a lot of the time, the wrong way to approach things. And instead, what I'm encouraging you to do is ask yourself, if you're struggling with weight gain, and it's most likely because you aren't eating the right foods, like you probably know what to do, or you know what you should eat, or at least you know what you should not eat, right? But you're not doing it. And if you're not doing it, ask yourself why. And ask yourself those deeper questions. What is out of alignment in my life right now? What is not in flow? What am I not seeing, or what am I not allowing myself to feel, recognize, or experience? And what am I not dealing with? And can you give yourself permission to just be however you are and however you're showing up right now? Can you give yourself unconditional love to show up in however you need to show up right now? As opposed to telling yourself that you have to be a certain thing or a certain size or a certain success in order for you to be loved and accepted. So have a think about that. And whenever this comes up for you, and if you feel like you need to lose weight right now, or you need to change something, how can you come back into alignment? How can you come back into a more feminine, soft, kind approach towards yourself, as opposed to trying to force your body into submission or restriction or deprivation? What is going to allow you to actually get to a place where you're giving yourself full permission to be and show up in however you need to show up right now? Because however you need to show up and however you're showing up right now is exactly how you need to show up in order for you to evolve and expand and get to become a better version of yourself, because that's what we are here to do. So as challenging as that might seem, I promise you will come with a ton of reward. It's a journey and a half. But it is going to be a much more rewarding journey than you trying to continuously go out and diet after diet after diet, get short-term results, and then go nowhere after, because you know that eventually you're going to put on the weight because you're not dealing with the underlying root cause of the problem. Yeah, which is, I'm talking about emotions here. So masculine versus feminine approach. Masculine, feminine. We need to have both. Both are essential, but when it comes to your weight, if forcing your body into submission isn't working for you, which for most of you I know it doesn't, then taking the other approach is the way to go. Give yourself love and compassion. Accept exactly where you are right now and love exactly who you are. And from that place, you can make changes. Because when you're coming from a place of fear, the changes that you're going to be making are going to be fear-based, and the actions that you're going to be taking are going to be fear-based and not going to get you anywhere. If you can come from a place of love and compassion towards yourself and kindness, you can make changes from that place. And it's going to last. Hope that's helpful, and I hope that you are resonating with that. And even if you're not resonating with that now, maybe in a few weeks or a few months you will. Start thinking about these concepts. Start thinking about what you can change in your attitude towards all of this. And let me know in the comments. I would love to hear it.